Is Amit who? Oh, Himanshu. So what we have seen yesterday? Who is this? Amresh, do you hear me? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes,
Right. Amresh, do you hear me? Right. So yesterday we have started with introduction to protocol testing, right? So we have taken one example for the
PMO and CMO.
correct, right? So which means the protocol is a set of rules. Simply, I can say protocol is a protocol, right? Is a set of rules. Set of rules, right? Means the communication should happen in a proper manner. Okay, in a proper manner. So we have taken example of CM, then CMO, PM, PMO. Okay, so where these two are means CM and PM are higher layers, right? And CMO, PMO are lower layers. Of course, in CMO also there will be a typist, there will be a other rank cadre, means group one cadre people will be there, right? So right, group of IAS they cannot read everything, right? So just they brief, they should get a brief of what. Yes, a typist will be there, then right assistants will be there. So there are also several layers, but we are considering CMO itself is one layer. So here it is a higher layer, here it is the lower layer. Okay, here it is the higher layer, here it is the lower layer. Right. Always lower layers works for the right. Lower layers works for the upper layers or higher layers. So, right, simply between, right, communication between layers should be proper. Then only communication between external. So this I can say internal communication, and this is external communication. Correct or not? External communication. So if internal communication is right proper, then external communication will also be a proper. So right, simply the request, definitely right, CM side or the lower authority and PM will have the right higher authority. So if I can take the same thing, right here it, if I can take the mobile this side, mobile as well as base station. Always base station is the superior. Okay, base station and network acts as the server. Mobile acts as the client. Right? Simply, I can say in some words, I can say mobile is a client, base station is a server. Definitely, base station and network will have the superpowers. Superpowers are extra power, right? And this network and base station controls the right mobile client, I can say. So similarly here, right? CM and PM, right? Higher authority, superpower, right? Definitely CM need to get the permission to meet the PM, but PM directly can meet the, of course, they do have some communication, right? If PM is visiting any state, then definitely there will be a communication happens between the PMO, CMO, and right, state will arrange the things for the PM meeting. Okay. Right. So, but right, when CM wanted to meet PM, then he request for the meeting with the context, right? What is the context? Context means cause for the meeting, simple cause for the meeting. Then the same thing will be informed to the PM. Then PM may respond right, positively or negatively, depending on the context and cause. Okay, right? That is one thing. Another thing is, if there is a wrong in the request format or request letter or something is wrong in the right content here, right? This lower layer means like PMO itself uh, can reject, right? So it need not to go to PM, right? If something is wrong, a spelling mistake is there, or some budget wrongly calculated, if something is there wrong in the letter or something, right, this lower layer can straight away reject instead of going to PM. So means lower layer means first lower layer communicates, right? There will be a lower layer communicates. If there are any mistakes, these people will reject. Again, these people will resend it. Okay. Request, reject, resend. Again, if everything is good, that goes to PM, then PM may respond positively, negatively. So the same response will be informed to this end, right? That goes to the CM. So communication, this is a simple communication, positive or negative. Okay. This is the simple example for protocol. This is protocol, right? CM/PM communication, purely a protocol based, right? Protocol based. CM cannot directly call to, there is no cross communication. CM cannot directly contact the PMO, or CMO cannot directly contact the PM. Layered structure. This is a layered structure. PM cannot call directly to, see, superior people may directly call, but generally they don't call. But this side, CM directly cannot call to PMO, CM cannot directly call to PM, right? There must be a proper communication. So similarly, right, all the systems, all the devices, all embedded devices which we are talking about, right? Mobile is an embedded device, base station is an embedded device, right? Involves in hardware plus software, right? Hardware plus software. So whether it is a wired communication or wireless communication, right? They are layered architectures. Layered. Layered means higher layer, lower layer. Okay. Higher layer, lower layer. Okay. Higher layer and lower layer. Okay. So higher layer has to talk to the lower layer has to talk to the higher layer. Okay. So all when it comes to wireless, Wi-Fi is the same. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, right? Any other wireless system, right? All wired and wireless systems are built on the layered architecture. Okay, hardware and software. Software definitely layered architecture. Okay, got my point. So in this way, I can say, right, I'm extending the same example CM/PM to a mobile, right, to base station. So the software at the base station is layered, right? Software at the mobile is also layered. So, right, higher layer, then middle layers, lower layer, higher layer, lower layer. Okay, so definitely communication, right? During the transmission, communication will be downward, right? So like this. Okay, let me take separate. So if I take this as a mobile and this is the base station, okay, the software sitting at the mobile, software sitting at the base station, right? Simply I can say higher layer, lower layer, then here lower layer, right? Higher layer. So definitely communication has to move, right? When mobile is transmitting, communication moves like this, right? When base station is receiving, communication moves like this. When base station transmits something, communication moves like this, right? When mobile is in receiving, communication, right, moves like this. So for example, voice. If you wanted to have a voice call, right? If you wanted to make a voice call is a higher layer functionality. But to transfer the voice, it takes the help of all lower layer help, right? For example, Vivo LTE call is a upper layer application, right? VoIP call is a upper layer. So means whenever I wanted to make a call, right? So that is the upper layer functionality. Then upper layer orders the lower layer to make, right, to make the voice call or to establish the connection for voice call. Then all these layers works to complete the voice call, which means this layer talks to this layer, this layer talks to this layer, this layer talks to this layer, this layer talks to this layer. Finally, there will be a communication establishment. If something, right, I was talking about hardware plus software, right? Here also hardware plus software, right? Each and every layer here. So this, right, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, and upper layer. Each and every layer here, L1, L2, L3, right? Then upper layer. These are all, right, software entities. Okay. Software layers or software entities. Right, while building the software, if something went wrong, right, if something went wrong, then definitely I can say voice call will be fail. If this is not working properly, then definitely voice call or data, right, the functionality will fail. So definitely generally developer, they don't do intentionally errors, but unintentionally errors may be introduced, right? There is a 3GPP document, right? As you are all into telecom, you might be knowing third generation partnership project, right? This is started after 2G, right? So now they developed 3G, right? 4G and 5G, right? Next 6G, 7G, whatever it is there. Means this is the standard organization. Okay. So developers, testers takes this document, then developer used to take this document and starts developing the code, right? So when they read the document, right, if they understood in a different manner, they develop a different code, right? So as a tester, we need to check the log and we need to say that, right, there is a issue in the debugging, there is an issue, then developers will right, rectify the issues. I hope you got it right.
Yes.
Right means like protocol layers. So here we say procedures between, okay, procedures between mobile and the base station, and layers, right? So to become a tester, what you need to know, the layer functionalities which are prescribed by the 3GPP, right? 3GPP is a organization which is, right, finalizes the specifications for all the technologies. Specifications, right? Started from 3G, right? So 4G specifications released in release 8 in 2008. Then later on 4G plus, right, released in 2010, and so on. Somewhere 5G, right, release 15, that is in 2017, right, release 15. So release 15, right, carries both NSA, they released specifications for NSA as well as ESA. Got my point? For both NSA and SA, they released the specification. So which means testers, right? Testers has to take developers first. Developers guide, means like the specifications, development as well as testers. So means developer has to take this release 15 document. Testers need to take the release 15 document, right? So the developers need to read thoroughly, right, understand, right, start developing the code, develop code. Okay, whereas the testers read the document thoroughly, then right, prepare the test, prepare test case, or prepare the test. Okay, so here the developer develop the code, and this code will be given to tester. Okay, this code will be given right after developing, code will be given to the tester. Okay, tester already knows the knowledge from the release 15, right? Then what need to test? What need to test? Then tester, right, test the code, then right, depending on the result, right, this test may pass, may fail, right? After test, you can say the test may pass. If test is pass, right, release into the market. Simple. Release the product into market. If fail, right, if it is failed, then refer it to the developer. Code, right, refer it to the developer. Which means the issue you have to right, report the issue, which means both developer and testers, right, both developer and testers need to have the complete knowledge on the release 15, or release means like complete document knowledge, right, either LTE or 5G, right? If tester wanted to have, or developer wanted to have the knowledge on 4G, then they should have complete knowledge on, right, release 8, release 10, release 15, and so and so. Of course, right, 3GPP is freely available, but reading it is little difficult. Okay, I cannot say it is not possible, but it is difficult. Okay, we cannot easily understand. Someone expert, 3GPP document expert or mentor should be there to understand. Got my point? Hello.
Yes, sir.
I hope you are able to follow me, right?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
So as a tester, if you wanted to become, right, how can you become a tester? If you wanted to become a tester, you need to have the knowledge release, right? Release 8, release 10, release 15. Okay, of course, middle release 11, 12, 13, 14 are there, but they are intended for different technologies, right? So you should have complete knowledge about release 8, 10, and 15 for NSA, SA. Okay, which means these documents, right, talks about the layer functionalities, each and every layer, as well as right procedures between the mobile, as well as procedures between mobile as well as base station. Right, then only you can become a tester. Until unless you know these procedures and protocols, you cannot become a tester. So for example, right, for example, you wanted to test a voice call. Simple. If you wanted to test a voice call, then how can you say whether this you have, let us take tested. Let us take you have tested blindly. Then how can you say whether the test is passed or failed? On what basis you will tell? On what basis you will say, you will tell whether the test is passed or failed, right? Based on the layer functionalities, layer and procedures, right? So definitely there is a voice call procedure. So voice call procedure, definitely I can say when I wanted to have a voice call, which means, right. So when I wanted to dial my friend number, right, after dialing, after typing a number, when I press the call button, right, there will be a series of communication happens between my mobile and the base station, right, before giving you a channel, right, somewhere at some point you will get the channel. Okay, so before channel, right? After getting a channel only, you can transfer the voice. But before giving you the channel, right, there will be a lot happens, right? It should request for the channel, right? It request for a voice call. I wanted to have a voice call. Then, right, base station or network will respond, who are you? Means this mobile has to, right, go through its authentication, security, everything, right? Even whether the user is a prepaid user, postpaid user, everything will be checked, right? Means let us general example, right? This asks, who are you? Then it has to say, I am so and so, IMEI number, I am so IMSI number. Okay, so if you are so and so, then right, prove your authentication, so this is my authentication. Prove your security, then this is my security. So after verifying all the things at some point of time, right, this mobile will be allowed to use the network, right? So you have to understand all these procedures. Okay, procedures, as well as I was talking about the right, CMPM communication, where the cause must be included in the request. So here my mobile has to increase the cause. If it wanted to have a voice call, it should use the voice call. If it wanted to send a SMS, it should, right? If it wanted to have a data, then right. If something went wrong in the cause or any parameter, right, this just I am seeing the message, but internally there are information elements, number of information elements, right? Even if one information element is wrong, then connection will not establish, voice call will fail, right? With a small right parameter, okay, if any parameter is wrong, then call fails. Got my point? So this is what the protocol. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Right? So to become a tester, you need to understand that definitely, right? I was talking about something called layers. Okay, each and every message, right? This physical layer triggers a message. This next layer, next layer, next layer means different layers transmit a different message to the base station, and base station will also transmit the different messages from the different layers. If layer is not properly working, right, procedure will fail, voice call is fail, right? As a tester, right? So for example, this voice call, if in the success case, if everything successfully transmitted, this will be the successful case, right? Right, in a failed case, right? This may in a failed case, maybe my base station reject, right? You are behaving abnormal, so I cannot give you a voice call, right? Then you have to see why it was done, right? Any of this message may be failure, any of this may be failure or base station rejection or mobile rejection. There is a lot. It's a big subject, right? So how can you do, right? You capture this while you are testing this voice call, you capture the log, right? You capture the log, right? Analyze the log for possible issue. Okay, Definitely, definitely, if you know the 3GPP concepts for layers and procedures, right? You can easily find the issue. Very easy if you know the subject. Got my point? If you know the subject, right, it is very testing is very easy if you know the subject. If you know the voice call procedure, what is the first message, what is the second message, what is the third message, fourth message, and what is the content inside the message. If you know prior, then capture the log, verify whether the parameters there in the message as per the 3GPP or not. If parameters are not as per the 3GPP, then there is definitely, I can say, mobile will not connect to the network or base station. Then you capture that log, you find that issue. So there is a issue. This parameter is not as per the 3GPP. For example, X parameter is not as per the 3GPP. Refer it to developer. Developer look into the code. Why there is an issue? Then he changed something inside the code as per your testing requirement, as per your testing value. Then he will reissue the code. Tester has to retest it. So this is what a simple, right, protocol testing. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Right. I hope you got it right.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Right, definitely there is a standard testing procedures. Okay, there will be always a standard testing procedures, and also basically mobile or network built, right? So either it is a smartphone or non-smartphone. Non-smartphone means like Samsung phones, small phones, right? Samsung small phone, Nokia small phone. These are not smart, but used for the communication establishment. Phone is meant for the communication, right? Of course, with the smartphones, right, we are able to use it for different app access or something. But the basic fundamental job of mobile to establish the communication. That is through the right protocol stack. Got my point? So whether this smartphone or non-smartphone, right, the purpose is to establish the communication. Correct or not?
Correct, sir.
Voice call, data call, SMS, handover, reselection. Right. For example, if even 100 teams are there in a company, 100 teams, right? These 100 teams job is to test the communication, right? What kind of communication? Voice call for incoming, outgoing, data, incoming, right? Outgoing, SMS, incoming, outgoing, emergency call, right? Anyway, emergency call, outgoing, then handover, right? Reselection. Got my point. So these are the major functionalities. These are the major functionalities, right? Even these 100 teams, right, test the same thing. Because the purpose of mobile or some purpose of network itself is to establish the communication. Means all teams, if 100 teams are there, 100 teams need to test these only. But the aim of this 100 teams, aim of 100 teams, okay. So the aim of 100 teams, right? 100 teams are different. 100 teams, even though they test the same functionality, but teams aim is different. Got my point? Understood?
Yes, got it.
Right. So functional team is there. Its aim is different. Performance team is there. Its aim is different. PTCRB is there, right? GCF is there. Its performance is its aim is different, right? Even stability is a lot of departments are there, and each department used to have the hundreds of people, right? But the aim of these teams, even though these all test the same functionality, but the aim is different. Okay, right? See, functional team test, yes, voice call passed for him. Okay, passed for him. But other team tells voice call is passed, but how much time it has taken? Is the time of voice call is within the limit or not? If it is exceeded the limit, right, they says that not passed for me, then entire all 100 teams has to, means like if he says that failed, then this code will be referred to the developer. Okay, developer changes small change, even small change, these 100 teams has to test again. Even if there is a small change, then again 100 teams has to, they get the code and the 100 teams need to test the code. Not so easy. Not so easy. Got my point? Small functionality, right? If I wanted to enhance small implementation, this small implementation, okay, implementation, right, again leads to, right, code development. Then wherever there is a small change, these 100 teams has to recheck it. Agree? Right? If mobile wanted to have a three cameras, if they wanted to increase one more camera, that is again extra work. So which means small change in the phone to phone, means small change in release to release version. For example, Apple iPhone means like um iPhone 14, 14 Pro, 15, 15 Pro. Definitely there will be a change, right? To do small change, thousands of people are going to develop it, and thousands of people are going to test. Okay, definitely I can say features, when the new features are introduced by the 3GPP, there is a need for the hundreds of people in the industry. Okay, of course, now this 5G is entering into different areas, not only mobile communication, right? 4G, 2G, 3G, 4G was into straight away mobile communication, but 5G is not. Penetrating into automotives, penetrating into health sector, penetrating into different sectors. The major sector is 5G enabled IoT. Okay, right? So which means like, so if 100 testing teams are there, then 100 testing teams need to do 100 teams, right? Tens of people in a team, right? So right, it's a big thing. Even sometimes, right, even sometimes all the teams may fail to find the issue. Sometimes the project may be failed, right? If X companies, the name of company is X, started project for some XX mobile, right? So they started, right, after some days, project may fail, right? Recently this NXP, okay, NXP, right? NXP has sorry, NXP, right? Even Apple, they are trying to have their own chipset. Apple is trying from many years to have their own chipset, but failing, right? Always this means like Apple is purchasing a chipset from Qualcomm. Okay, They tried their own, but they are not able to do it. Projects are failing. Even NXPs tried to build their own chipset, 5G chipset, 4G chipset, but they fail. Means like there will be a failed projects, there will be a successful, because Qualcomm is there from long 30 years. Okay. Somewhere they started with the CDMA. So they are there in the industry last 20-25 years. So that's why they know each and everything in and out. So that's why their projects are successful. But other company, even in Qualcomm also, some projects may fail, right? Even thousands of people are working, but the product may not work properly after design, development, and testing. Then they keep a project aside. Got my point? Not easy. So that's why, right, day to day, right, industry required the talent people. Okay. Always there will be a job for the right candidate. Trust me. Trust me. If someone lost their job, it doesn't mean that there is no jobs. That person is not a right. For time being, companies hire the people. For time being, companies hire the people, right? They see the performance. If the performance is not good, and what they do. Okay. Right. I hope you got complete testing procedure. Right. Tomorrow I'll explain you the step by step how testing will be happened.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, right, these right, 1 week, 10 days, I'll give you complete information about the course, about the means like about the field, what you need to test, how you need to test. Right. Based on that, you can decide whether you can choose this career or not. That is up to you. Okay.
Okay.
So it is not like that start from the LT architecture. If I start direct LT architecture after completion of the course, there will be some gap in your mind that what is my job after learning this? That should not happen. Okay. Before entering into this course, I clear each and everything to you, right? Based on that, you can take a decision. Clear?
Yes.
Right. So for now,
Yeah.
I am closing the class. We'll see tomorrow. Fine.
Fine.
If
Okay,
you
sir.
if you have,
Thank you.
you can ask. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll see the steps for the testing procedure. Then we'll see the OSI model, how protocol has derived from the OSI model. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Right. We'll see tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Right. Yeah.